Welcome to We the People, a new birth of freedom. Thank you for stopping by. Jericho here. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like, dislike, share it with everyone you can. If you haven't noticed, tyrants are bullies. You know, there's been so much discussion and dialogue about bullies in schools and how they pick on the innocent. And notice, they pick on the innocent. I want to stress that. Bullies antagonize, attack, and pick on the innocent. People that seemingly can't defend themselves. And they usually sometimes it's one-on-one, but usually it's a group of bullies that want to antagonize, attack, abuse, and just disrupt the day of an innocent individual. I know, when I was in school, 4th, 5th grade, I remember there was a group of about 4 kids. They were the school bullies, and I used to get picked on all the time, and they would follow me home, knock the books out of my hand, just do anything they could, push me, shove me, knock me down, just to interrupt my day, because they were tough guys, yeah. Well, one day I told my stepdad what was going on, and so I knew where they usually congregated at one of the kids' houses. So he took me over there, and they were sitting in the front yard, and long story short, they didn't want to face me one-on-one. Even though I was like 4th or 5th grader, I mean, I really don't know what I could have done. But they only had strength in numbers. They only felt powerful as a little group of bullies. Well, that's what we're seeing in politics. Political parties have become a group of political bullies. They want to antagonize, attack, and interrupt the innocence of people's lives. A school shooting takes place. What do they want to do? Take all the guns away, or at least take certain guns away. Why would you take a gun away from the innocent? I thought it took probable cause. I thought there has to be a case involved. I thought you had to be guilty of something. But see, they're bullies. That's what Democratic parties and even Republican parties, progressive parties, liberal parties, radical right, radical left, all the political parties have become just bullies. They want to attack the innocent people, the law-abiding citizens that are living free in this nation. And if you notice, anytime something tragic happens, they want to just strip everybody of that freedom. But isn't it strange that when things happen amongst a political party, why don't they dissolve the political party? Why? Because they're bullies. They're tyrants. See, tyrants are degenerate punks. The only power they have is by their money and by their political status. That's the only power they have. I would like to challenge every single one of them into an MMA cage and see how much power and strength they have. Sure, why not? They want to bully people through political processes. Well, I'll bully them in an MMA cage. How's that sound? They want to wield their power through their financial status and their political positions. Well, let's just strip them of that, put them in an MMA cage, and just see how powerful they are. They're degenerate punks, void of integrity, void of respect, void of any decency. They're abusive, political, degenerate, punk bullies, period. Also, have you noticed? One degenerate punk is trying to use his financial power to release felons out of prison by paying their fines so they can vote. Why this year? Why hasn't he done that in years before? Why? Because everybody hates Trump that's on that side of the fence. They're trying every strategy and every tactic possible to defeat this man. Do I agree with everything Trump says? Absolutely not. Sometimes you don't think it through. He just comes with something off the cuff and it sounds ridiculous. But so far, unless I'm blinded by something, so far what I can see, he is trying to stand for the American people and the freedom that we have. So as long as he does that, he'll get my support. It's certainly not defined by his overall character, no. But if a man wants to stand up for the freedom we have in the United States of America and not continue to strip people away from those freedoms and bully them, well, he'll get my support. But that's what tyrants are. Remember, they're degenerate, low-life punks, where the only power they have is through their financial power or their political power. That's all they have. Strip them of that and see what they have in an MMA cage. Let's just get down to the raw, basic realities of life and survival. Let's see what they have. They have nothing. They'd be stomped into the ground. Does that sound harsh? I don't really give a shit. They don't care what they say. They don't care what they do. They don't care how they want to continue to erode the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. They want to completely wipe it out so they can have this one world government made up of bullies and tyrants. That's what they're pushing for. As senior President Bush said, as he spoke about a one world government, he said, where the rule of law, what law? Their law, not self-evident truths governed by the laws of nature and nature's God, where a one world government will institute a one world rule of law decided by bullies and tyrants, degenerates, who want to control humanity, strip you of your independence, your self-sovereignty, strip you of your ability to make a choice and explore all the alternatives of choice, as Thomas Jefferson said. They're working towards that. That's their agenda. They hate individual freedom. And I think history should tell us, because once again, as it's been said numerous times, if we do not learn from history, we are doomed or destined to repeat it. So history should tell us, when they decided that the Native Americans, the Indians, the red man, the first people, were savages, uncivilized, unlawful. What'd they do? They attempted genocide. They wanted to stomp them out. What did they attack? They attacked their food supply through the bison. They slaughtered them by the millions out in the plains. That was their food, their shelter, their clothing, everything that they needed to sustain themselves. So they attacked the food supply. What else did they attack? The land that they lived on, that they erected their teepees. They can constantly, like a mad, crazed animal, just kept eating up the land. As the Indians said, how can I sell it to you? I don't own it. The Great Spirit owns this. I can't sell you something I don't own. So they attacked their food supply, they attacked their property, they attacked their way of life. They tried to stomp them out. They infected them with disease, smallpox. They gave them whiskey. Gave them whiskey. Think about that now. Now that was on a small scale then, but look what they give people today. They give them pleasures through vices. You know, let's give people marijuana. Let's give people drugs. Let's give people all the alcohol they want. Let's give them all the pleasures that they want. That way we can manipulate them and by deception take control of them. Because they want to wipe us out. Because to them, if we don't buy into their political, religious, tyrannical agenda, we're savages, rebels, unlawful people that they want to destroy. They don't care to take our lives. They don't care to take our livelihood. They don't care to attack our food supply, our way of living. They don't care. They're little Hitlers in disguise. They want to produce a pure race. And remember, a tyrant and a bully doesn't have to be a single individual. We have political parties made up of tyrants and bullies. They're evil. They're ugly. Do not be deceived by their smile, their charm, and their rhetoric. Till next time, God bless. Be a true American patriot.